At the Centre MK in Milton Keynes, every day gets a little busier. So a lot now hangs on whether the government order to cover up pushes shoppers' confidence up or has the opposite effect.
If I've got to wear one in a shop, then I'll wear one. It won't stop me going shopping.
So yeah, it's good to have them, but I think the government's a little bit late. And they should, as soon as this lockdown was eased off, they should put it in place.
Will you keep coming to the shops when the government changes the law?
Online shopping will be the way forward.
Why?
Because I don't agree with wearing a face mask. I don't agree with COVID.
And despite the fact the rules won't change in pubs or offices, the manager here is rather more supportive.
Anything we can do that gives our customers confidence to come and shop is a good thing. And I think customers are very resilient and adaptable, and they will adapt and wear masks if that's what the government requires.
Retailer Aisha's all for covering up, but isn't looking forward to asking customers to comply.
Some people get a bit offended, don't they? And I think it's quite tough. And I think it's a lot of responsibility on the retailers.
By making face coverings compulsory, England is following the lead of around 120 other countries, including Scotland, which changed the rules last week. Children under 11 and people with certain medical conditions will be exempt, but otherwise, if you fail to cover up, you could face a fine of £100. But has the government's indecisiveness been even more costly?
The evidence is weak and the effect is small.
As opposed to the weak science on face masks.
We do not recommend face masks.
The Health Secretary today explaining the government's about face.
The death rate of sales and retail assistants is 75% higher amongst men and 60% higher amongst women than in the general population. The British Retail Consortium has said that together with other social distancing measures, face coverings can make shoppers feel even more confident about returning to the high street.
A catalogue of mixed messages, according to Labour.
After days of ministerial muddle, we finally have a decision. I've long warned that this virus exploits ambiguity and that mixed messaging in a pandemic is so damaging.
But if the science is still cloudy, the police are clear they don't have the numbers to enforce it.
If we have colleagues in one part of the country who are dealing with a serious assault in progress, and then there's a call to a local supermarket for somebody not wearing a face covering, then I'm afraid the face covering is not going to get the priority.
There is a silver lining. At Style Cheat, where they once made dresses, they now create masks, repurposing their production line in less than a week.
Dress sales just started to die down. No one wanted to buy, no one was going out. So as a business without the mask manufacturing, I don't know if we could have continued.
But continue they have, and if England shoppers prove equally willing to adapt, that might offer some hope to a retail industry still hanging by a thread. Rachel Younger, ITV News, Hertfordshire.